What if I told you magic was real? Not fairy tales, not tricks, but a force so powerful it could resurrect the dead, curse your enemies, or erase your soul forever. Stick around. By the end of this video, you'll never see history the same way again. The power of Heka, magic as a divine force. To the Egyptians, Heka wasn't just magic. It was the god of magic, and the essence that fueled the universe. They believed that even the gods used Heka to perform their miracles. A priest didn't just pray, he channeled divine energy. A word, properly spoken, could turn back plagues or summon rain. A symbol carved the right way could ward off death itself. In fact, the creation of the world was said to have begun when the gods used Heka to speak the universe into existence. Magicians, called Heka priests, studied for years in temples, learning sacred texts, chants, and rituals. But not all used magic for good. Curses, words, sharper than knives. Egyptian curses were not the stuff of fantasy. They were real weapons, written into tombs, carved into walls, or even buried inside amulets. Tomb curses were especially terrifying. A typical curse might read, "Cursed be anyone who disturbs this tomb. May the crocodile be against them in the water, the snake against them on land, and the scorpion in the shadows. May their name be forgotten for eternity." These curses were often protected by guarding deities or empowered by the spirit of the deceased. Some tombs even had magical traps, objects inscribed with dangerous spells meant to blind, confuse, or drive intruders mad. One of the most famous modern myths, the Curse of the Pharaohs, said to have plagued those who opened Tutankhamun's tomb, may have roots in these ancient warnings. The Book of the Dead, the ultimate spell book. Perhaps the most famous collection of spells in Egyptian history is the Book of the Dead, a guide to the afterlife. But this was no single book. It was a series of personalized magical scrolls buried with the dead. These spells helped the soul navigate the underworld, transform into different creatures, defend against demons, and ultimately pass the judgment of Osiris. Some of the most powerful spells included Spell 125, the famous Weighing of the Heart declaration, where the soul claims innocence of 42 sins. Spell 30, B, a plea to the heart not to betray the soul during judgment. Spell 151, instructions for wrapping the mummy with enchanted linen to protect it from evil spirits. Without these spells, a soul could become lost, trapped, or even devoured. Forbidden rituals and dark magic secrets. Only the dead should know some knowledge was considered too dangerous to share openly. These were the forbidden spells, texts hidden in tombs, burned by priests, or sealed in temple vaults. One such rumored text was the Book of Thoth, a mythical scroll said to contain every secret of the gods. According to legend, whoever read it would gain power over life and death, the ability to speak with animals and see into the future. But the price was terrible. The gods cursed anyone who dared to read it. Other rituals involved necromancy, the calling of spirits from the afterlife to answer questions or curse enemies. These were done at night, often near tombs or sacred lakes, using offerings, blood, and chants that no ordinary priest was allowed to hear. Some rogue magicians, known as sorcerers, were hunted by temple authorities for practicing these arts. But they were also secretly sought by pharaohs who wanted to control fate itself. Magical items. Tools of power. Magic in Egypt wasn't only spoken, it was carved, worn, painted, and built. Wands of ivory, shaped like snakes or lions, were used to draw protective circles or summon divine energy. Magic knives, not used for cutting, but for banishing spirits. Papyri scrolls, inscribed with sacred ink, could summon winds, break spells, or blind enemies. Ritual statues believed to house the gods during ceremonies, allowing direct communication with the divine. Even the temples themselves were designed using sacred geometry, built to trap and direct magical energy flowing from the stars, the Nile, and the underworld. Healing and protection. Spells magic for the living. Not all spells were dark. Egyptian magic was just as often used to heal, protect, and bring good fortune. Healing spells were written on papyri and recited over herbs or potions. These included invocations to gods like Sekhmet or Isis, believed to have the power to cure any illness. Protective amulets like the Eye of Horus, Wedjat, or scarab beetles were enchanted and worn daily to guard against evil spirits. Mothers would place protective spells around their children's beds to ward off demons of disease or nightmares, especially from spirits like Lamashtu, believed to target newborns. In more serious cases, priests would draw magical circles, chant in sacred language, and use symbols of power, like ankhs, was scepters, and jed pillars, to anchor protective energy around a person or place. So, do you believe ancient Egyptian magic was just myth, or did they know something we've forgotten? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this journey into the hidden powers of the past, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the magic.